Your iPhone is destroying your body and your mood / mental health, period. That little TV entertainment system that you hold in your hand for 12, 14, 16, 18 hours a day, that little TV and entertainment center that you hold in your hand each and every day from the time you wake up to the time you close your eyes at night is ruining your body and your mental health. And some of it, of course, is on purpose. So let me explain how this is happening to your mind and to your body. How is your iPhone destroying your physical body and your mood? First of all, I learned coaching professional hockey, coaching amateur hockey for 22 years. I learned something that's rarely talked about, which is the importance of our physical posture. You hardly ever hear it mentioned when it comes to our children, our teenagers, or our adult selves, where posture is such a critical component of physical health. You hear this every day in pro sport and elite level amateur sport that I was involved in for over 2 decades. And good posture leads to so many good things. Good posture means that you're aligned. It means that you stand tall. It means that you have good body language. And good posture is connected to good mental health. In other words, when we stand tall, shoulders back, head up, and we have good alignment, it leads to good emotional states. It was Tony Robbins who's talked about this for years and years about we can control our mood, we can control our mental state, we can control our emotions by the way we move and position and hold our physical bodies. In other words, the way we breathe, the way we hold our head, the way we walk, the way we hold our shoulders back. Posture, good posture, leads to a lot of really, really good things. If you want to change your mood, one of the simplest ways to do it is to change your physical state, which is your physical posture. So great posture leads to great emotional health. Another thing is, in 2022, the game has changed over the last 20 years because we all work in the box. And what I call in the box is the 4 feet, the 4 square feet, the 3 or 4 square feet in front of us. It's our hands and our arms, and that's because of technology. We're all working on computers, laptops, iPads, and iPhones, as an example. So we're all working in the box for 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 hours. And working in the box leads to very, very poor posture and body language. And especially as the day fatigues. As we fatigue as the day goes on, the shoulders round, our breathing, it becomes even more shallow. Our head is down, our eyes are down, very, very poor posture. So not only do we fatigue and get more tired, but also our mental, our mood worsens as the day goes on. And studies show that bad body language leads to depression, bad body language leads to anxiety, bad body language leads to stress and all these different things, headaches and mood swings, all kinds of negative things. So this is what your iPhone especially is doing to your mental health and your physical body. I learned about posture and the importance of it, especially in our young children, If you look at, a group of teenagers today on their cell phones, that is a blueprint for piss poor posture. I mean, the heads are down, the shoulders are round, the neck is round. Put that together over a couple of decades, and we're going to see the effects. We're already seeing the effects where it comes to, if your body isn't aligned, this is where we get into problems with shoulder injuries, hip replacements, knee replacements, a lot of the issues that we see in adults today. If you're not aligned, it's only a matter of time until you have issues in the main areas in your life, like your knees, like your joints, like your hips. And this is because we're out of alignment. So what's the solution? What is the solution to the problem that our iPhone is literally destroying your physical health day by day, hour by hour, week by week, month by month, year by year, and also destroying your mood? It's making you a less happy, stressed, anxious, and moody human being. So what is the badass solution? Well, I believe the badass solution is, like the great Matt Fury says, we need to be doing posture movements, exercises, and stretches every single day to ward off what he calls gravity, negative gravity. So negative gravity from, working in the box 16 hours a day, having your head down on your phone, this kind of thing. So that's number one, is we can be proactive. I have a whole bunch of stretches that I do first thing after my walk. So when I'm done here, I'll do my Hindu squats, I'll do my Hindu push-ups, and I'll do a whole bunch of posture stretches. Saying things as simple as, your hands over your head and just pushing back with your hands, pushing back. So doing the exact opposite of the posture you would have if you were looking down over your phone. So pushing the shoulders back, pushing your arms back, and building those muscles. And I do a lot of intermittent stretching during the day, where if I've been working for an hour, I'll get up and I'll do 25 Hindu squats. And then again, I'll do some posture stretching where I stretch my back, I lean back, I hold it. I have movements where I move my arms back. Just doing anything and everything that is the opposite of poor posture. And always making sure that, you're walking tall, that your shoulders are back, that you're taking deep breaths, you're breathing deeply, these kinds of things. And then the most logical response is taking breaks from your iPhone. It's literally destroying your body. It's literally slowly destroying your mind. And if you're going to ward off these on-purpose designed effects by the creators, you better start taking serious times away from your phone each and every day. I don't carry my cell phone because of this. When I had 26 employees, I didn't carry my cell phone. When I ran a $17 million insurance company, I didn't carry a cell phone. When I coached pro hockey, I never carried a cell phone. When I coached junior hockey, with teenagers, kids 17 to 21, I never carried a cell phone, unheard of in all of those industries. And today, I only carry a phone when I'm shooting a video like this, my broken iPhone 7, by the way, and I don't touch my phone from 3 o'clock. So I'm done work every day at 3 o'clock. And if I'm working at home or if I return home, I put my cell phone away in our safe. We have a little safe. I lock it away, I shut it down. It's never there. It's not, there's no option. I don't want to have to go to the safe and power it up and all that stuff. So at 3 o'clock, my phone goes in the safe. And then the earliest that I touch my phone is 11 a.m. the next day. So what happens is I have a good night's sleep. Because I haven't been on my phone at night, I don't have that, whatever the hell you call that, all that screen exposure before bed. So I sleep very, very well. And when I wake up, I do this. I splash some water on my face, I brush my teeth, I put on my roadwork gear, and I'm out the door. And this phone here is my broken iPhone 7. So I don't check anything, I don't check email, I don't get really any texts from anybody. And what happens is I go for a walk for an hour. It's about 4 miles, 2 miles out, 2 miles back, 15,000 steps. And lately I've been shooting my video at the same time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then when I get back home, I go for a swim when I'm here in Naples, stretches out my back. Once again, good posture, good posture. And then I drive my daughter Emery to school. On the way back, I grab a extra large coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. I've already had my 2 to 3 glasses of water and lemon water. So I've given my body a chance to wake up. I've given my organs a chance to wake up. And I'm not putting caffeine into my body until my organs my brain have had a chance to hydrate. So I come home, I set my timer, and I read for 1 hour. I do that right off after I'm back from dropping Emery off. And I drink my coffee and I love it. I take notes, I study what I'm reading. I use my green Sharpie. And then when I'm done that, I take a short break, do a little bit of posture stretching, do some more Hindu squats, and then I do my 1 hour of copywriting per day, which I've been doing for over 25 years now, where I set a timer and work on my number one marketing priority. My number one marketing priority, what brings me money. And then after that, even then, then if I've got all those 3 major things done, then and only then do I check my cell phone. I'll turn it on, I'll check, but really there's nothing to check because I use email with Marc-Andre and Leanne, my 2 employees. So there's not really a lot to check. So my phone remains, locked away most of the day as is. So that's not your world, clearly. If you're addicted to your phone, if you're living inside your phone, then you've got to take serious action to reduce the time on it and also some of these movements. One of the big things I do is I started doing Hindu squats. Just Google Matt Fury, F-U-R-E-Y, Hindu squats and Hindu push-ups. And that's what I do now. And I'm in the best shape. I'm in the best physical shape I've been in since I was in university. And I do 75 Hindu squats. I do 25 Hindu squats as soon as I'm done my walk. I do another 25 after I get back from driving my daughter to school. And I do a third set, which brings me up to 75 Hindu squats in the morning around 11 o'clock, because I've got a sedentary lifestyle then. I'm sitting at the computer or I'm reading. So I use my breaks to pound out 25 Hindu squats, 25 Hindu squats, 25 Hindu squats. So that helps with posture. That helps with what we're talking about this morning. Also, there is a free application, a free app that I recommend for my world building elite men. And you can check it out too. It's called realized.com. And I'll put the link to this free app below. And what this application does, you put it on your phone, and while you're at it, get rid of every other application, all that other trash on your phone. There should be no social media access whatsoever on your phone. There should be no Facebook, there should be no Twitter, there should be no Instagram. There should be no YouTube. There should be no access to that garbage on your phone. Email, depending upon how you use email. If you don't use email like I do as a weapon, if you don't use email as a servant, then it should be off your phone too. And quite literally, you should clean your phone, get rid of all the apps, cut the rope, curate them out, swift sort them, and make your phone a phone again. What a concept. Make your phone a phone again and get rid of everything else. These applications are for chumps. Okay, they're there to distract, they're there to kill your productivity. But the one app I do recommend, realized.com, is an app that you can put on there, and it will measure how many times you pick up your phone, how many times you open up your phone, how long you're on your phone in different intervals, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. It'll give you a grand total of how long you spent in the box on your phone all day. And it will also give you a challenge, a positive challenge where you can greatly reduce on purpose. You can measure yourself, you can hold yourself accountable to making and improving this area of your life. So Mark Andre, my marketing director and business partner, he tried it. He never uses his phone anymore. My wife, Krista, has been trying it the last 5-6 days. And she has just noticed, and she doesn't use her phone a lot, she's just noticed how many times that she picks it up and how it disintegrates as the day goes on. In other words, as the willpower goes, so does the behavior. So interesting feedback that you can get from that. Good morning. From that application. So that link is below and it doesn't cost anything. And on average, men, if you're watching this video, you're using your phone 150 to 310 times per day. Think about that for a second. It takes 12 minutes, studies prove, it takes 12 minutes for a person to refocus after they've been interrupted by a text, an email, social media, a phone call, whatever it is. So the average businessman is on their phone 150 to 310 times per day. So that's how the chumps perform. That's how pretenders perform. That's how, excuse makers perform. But I've been around the best of the best, millionaires and even a handful of billionaires and top coaches in sports and business. And let me tell you, that's not how the top 1%. The top 1% have headed the other way 10 years ago, myself included. We choose not to participate in this manufactured mental illness, which is social media, cell phones, and we get along quite fine. In fact, we've got our mental health, we've got our physical health, we've got more time, we've got more energy. And if you are addicted and trapped in this swamp, use something like a safe or a lock box like I do to literally lock your phone away when you get home from work so that you can actually be present with the people that matter the most to you. You can actually be present with your best friend and secret weapon wife. You can actually be present with your kid. If you're gonna take them to the ball game, or you're gonna take them to soccer, or you're gonna drive them to whatever it is, track, and you're gonna be on your phone the whole time, why don't you just get somebody else to drive them? Because you're just checked out and they know it. You're a walking zombie. So that's on you. So what I do is I just get rid of any temptation by locking it away. I have the safe. I know some of my world builders have a box at the front door of their house, so when they hang up their keys, they also just put their cell phone away in the lock box and it's there until the next day. Pretty simple, pretty simple. So that's what I have for you today. Check out that app, realized.com. It's really cool, and it'll show you just how far you've gone, and it'll show you just how you know, your Eye-Fone, how much it's destroying your body and your mental health. And if you have teenagers on these things all the time, you need to be talking to them and introducing body weight exercises to reduce and to reverse this bad posture that technology is introducing into our children, our teenagers, and our grandchildren. So that's a big one. That's it. I talk a lot about this in my new book. Not everybody's cup of whiskey, but certainly my cup of whiskey, which is most important. My 25 rules for helping you live life and do business on your own terms. How to not get your ass kicked in business and life is the title of my new book. You can get a copy at nobullbook.com. That link is also below. If you haven't read that book, it's time for you to invest the $20. It's a real book, paper and ink. None of this go fetch BS PDFs or Kindle books or any of that more screen. You need more screen time like a hole in the head. This is a real book I ship to your home or business on my dime for $20. It's a massive investment in your marriage, in your marketing, in your business, in your relationship with your children, in your mental and physical health, and you building a legacy. That's exactly what this book is. As my client, the great Kevin Bolingbrook, NHL, former NHL player, businessman, entrepreneur, husband, father, he says about my book, horsepower, not horse shit. Horsepower, not horse shit. Also, there's a free training below, worldbuildingwebinar.com. It's a 70-minute training I did a few weeks back, and that's free for you to enjoy at worldbuildingwebinar.com. And if you're interested in working personally with me in my World Building Brotherhood, it's an 8-week sprint. It's for elite top 1% businessmen. It's very expensive, $25,000 per man. 8-week sprint, hard coaching, not for everybody. You can apply and be placed on a waiting list below at badassmillionaire.com/apply. And we'll get on the phone later this summer when I reopen my Brotherhood, and we'll talk about whether this is a good fit, whether I'm the proper coach for you, and either way, win-win-win. That's it for today. Remember, that TV and entertainment thing that's in your hand is literally destroying your mental health, and it's literally destroying your body, minute by minute, day by day, week by week, month by month, and year by year. What do you intend to do about it? Servant or master? Is it a servant? Is it your servant? Okay, or is it your master? And take the actions necessary to change what needs to be changed. That's it. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that will change your life. Be relentless.